Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're bringing you some Out of the Ballpark 18, the 1960 All-Star Game, and this goes with my 1960 retro replay of the Boston Red Sox, Ted Williams' swan song season. So this should be good. Out of the Ballpark has made some updates, and let's check them out as we watch this game. I believe the players now will dive defensively, and their animation motion is much better. I've been enjoying this game thoroughly. It is on sale if you have Steam for $20. I highly recommend it if you're a baseball fan and you enjoy baseball simulation games. So let's quickly go to the game here. The American League All-Stars are in red, and the National League All-Stars are in what looks like to be a bluish purple. So, starting lineup for the American League All-Stars. Batting first, playing center field, Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees. Batting second, playing second base, Pete Runnels of the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox have 3 starters in the All-Star lineup for the American League. Batting third, Teddy Ballgame, Ted Williams playing left field. Batting fourth, the right fielder from the New York Yankees, Roger Maris. Batting fifth, doing the catching from the New York Yankees, Yogi Berra. Batting sixth, the shortstop from the Cleveland Indians, Woody Held. Batting seventh, the first baseman from the Baltimore Orioles, Jim Gentile. Batting eighth, playing third base, another Red Sox, Frank Malzone. And batting ninth, they're playing with a designated hitter. That's interesting there. So, they're playing with a designated hitter. Alright. I'm wondering if I can... Let me go to options here and see if I can get rid of the designated hitter. Substitutions. Well, you know what? It's a retro replay, and it is a game, and the designated hitter was chosen by the computer, which is a bit odd. Alright, so we have a designated hitter, and the designated hitter is Hector Lopez of the New York Yankees. So we're going to see a little more offense here. Again, the computer has chosen a designated hitter. I did not know that when I loaded the game. I will not be managing the game, just calling it. And let's go over to the starting National League All-Stars. In center field, leading off, the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays. Batting second, the first baseman, Joe Adcock from the Milwaukee Braves. Would they be the Milwaukee? In 1960, I think they're still the Milwaukee Braves. Then batting third, the third baseman from the Milwaukee Braves, Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, Mr. Baseball, Ernie Banks, playing shortstop from the Cubs. Batting fifth, left fielder, Orlando Cepeda, San Francisco Giants. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Willie Kirkland, also from the San Francisco Giants. Doing the catching, Smokey Burgess of the Pittsburgh Pirates, who actually played Double A ball, in Springfield, Massachusetts, at Pinchin Park. Batting eighth, second baseman Don Hoke from Pittsburgh. And the DH from St. Louis, Ken Boyer. So this is going to be interesting, a DH in 1960 All-Star Game. Alright. Defensive lineup. Doing the pitching for the National League, Lou Burdett. And Burdett, halfway through the season's 9 wins, 6 losses, ERA of 2.60. His battery mate, the catcher, Smokey Burgess, very good catcher. Eddie Matthews is at third, average third baseman. Ernie Banks at short, very good. Don Hoke's at second base. He's pretty much there because of his batting average. Not a very good fielder. And Joe Adcock at first base, Excellent fielder. The rating system goes 1 through 10. The higher the number, the better. Blue, the best color. Red, the worst color. In left field, defensively, Orlando Cepeda from the Giants. Very good. Willie Mays, center field, enough said. And Willie Kirkland in right field. All San Francisco Giants. Excellent outfield. So leading off for the American League, Mickey Mantle. Mantle on the year for the Yankees is hitting .259, 19 home runs and 63 RBIs. Switch hitter, he's going to be batting left-handed off the right-hand throwing Lou Burdett. The windup and the pitch by Burdett to Mantle. As the computer goes through its little introductions. So I'm interested to see these new changes. And that ball goes up the middle. Mantle singles. A leadoff single for Mickey Mantle. They've improved the defensive graphics, meaning it's going to be more smoother. And the little guys dive now. That's pretty cool. Hello, Broke Black Man 94. How you doing? Moderator extraordinaire. He says he is eating lunch and listening. Greatly appreciate that, my friend. And remember to check out Broke Black Man 94's channel. Excellent movie and TV reviews. And I hope those writers listen to you, David the Saint. I hope they listen to you, my friend. That was a good video that I watched this morning while I was eating breakfast. Alrighty, so Mantle's at first and Pete Runnels comes to the plate. Boston Red Sox. Left-handed batter. Runnels is hitting .316 for the Red Sox. No home runs and 16 RBIs. Burgess goes through the signs, the windup, and the pitch to Runnels. Mantle at first, no outs. And Runnels, oh, a timing play by the first baseman who flips to Burdett to get the out. That was pretty cool. The little guy dives now. That's awesome. That is awesome. Nice play by Joe Adcock at first. So Mickey Mantle advances on the fielder's choice. And no, excuse me. Reynolds beats it out. I made a mistake. Pete Reynolds beat it out. So 2 on, no one out, and Teddy Ballgame comes to the plate. Left-handed power hitter. Swan song season for Ted Williams. He's hitting .309, 17 home runs, and 37 RBIs. He did have a brief stint on the disabled list for the Red Sox. So no outs, 2 on. Reynolds beats out the throw from Joe Adcock. He made a diving stop and flipped to Burdett, but not in time. The windup and the pitch to Williams. Williams sends that ball out to right field. Coming in on it is the right fielder, and he moves over and makes the catch and quickly fires back to the infield. So that was a catch by Kirkland of the San Francisco Giants. So Williams flies out, 1 out, 2 on, and Roger Maris of the New York Yankees comes to the plate. Maris, at the All-Star break, is hitting .355, 28 home runs, and 70 ribbies. The windup and the pitch to Maris. Maris grounds that ball to Adcock, who goes to second, so they get the middle runner. There's 2 outs now. Maris at first, Mantle at third. Yankees on the corner. Nice play by Adcock. And it brings up another Yankee, their catcher, Yogi Berra. At the All-Star break, Berra's hitting .285, 15 home runs, 49 ribbies. Berra looking to put the American League out ahead here. Smokey Burgess goes through the signs, the windup, and the pitch by Burdett. And Berra grounds that to third. They go the short way to second, inning over. So that went Matthews to Hoke. This is going to be a little difficult for me, as this is not what it's an all-star team. I have to get used to all the players. Alright, so we go to the bottom of the first. The National League coming up. Willie Mays to lead off. On the mound for the American League All-Stars, Camilo Pascual. Pascual of the Washington Senators is 9-6, ERA of 3.15, and he struck out 95. Doing the catching, Yogi Berra. from the Yankees, Pasquale from the Senators. At third base, Frank Malzone of the Red Sox. At shortstop, Woody Held of the Cleveland Indians. At second base, Pete Runnels of the Boston Red Sox. And at first base, Jim Gentile of the Baltimore Orioles. In left field, the aging wonder Teddy Ballgame Ted Williams of the Bo Sox. Mickey Mantle's in center from the Yankees. And rounding out the outfield, Roger Mayer is playing right from the New York Yankees. So Willie Mays comes to the plate. The Say Hey Kid from the Giants. He's batting .275, 14 home runs, and 54 ribbies at the All-Star break. The windup and the pitch to Mays. Mays rips that ball down the third base line. That's going to be 2. And the throw goes into second, but it's late. A leadoff double for Willie Mays. He is a threat to steal. That ball got past Malzone quickly. Now up, Joe Adcock, the first baseman, made a diving stop, which was hilarious because it's the first time I've seen the little guys dive. I've seen them slide, and now they've moved that animation to the defensive field, which is excellent. Once again, this game is on sale on Steam for $20. It's normally $40. If you like baseball and simulations, I recommend checking it out at half price. You get all the seasons. You can load pictures. You can load the stadiums. It's very enjoyable. It's a retro. You replay. You can go alternate universe. You can play it straight up with historical transactions. I like to play alternate universe. You know, different things. It's a wonderful ball game. All right, so Adcock is from the Milwaukee Brewers, and at the All-Star break, 13 home runs, 45 RBIs, batting .297. Willie Mays in scoring position for Adcock. Bearer flashes the sign, the windup, and the pitch by Pasquale. And that ball's ripped to the shortstop, who goes the first. 1 out. Mays stays at second. So that went Held to Gentile. Eddie Matthews steps to the plate. Eddie from the Milwaukee Braves. At the All-Star break, batting .253, 18 home runs, and 47 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Mays at second, 1 down. The windup and the pitch to Matthews. And Matthews walks on the 3-1 count. Fastball missed by Pasquale. So first and second, 1 out. And Mr. Baseball from the Cubs, Ernie Banks. Let's play 2. At the All-Star break, Banks is hitting .253, 21 home runs, and 48 RBIs. 1 out, 2 on. American League will be looking for a double play ball to get out of this mini jam. The windup and the pitch to Ernie Banks. And Banks sends that ball up the middle. This is going to be 2. They get their double play. So that went Held to Runnels to Gentile. Inning over. Pasquale pitches out of it. After 1 inning, no score here in this 1960 All-Star game. Brought to you by Out of the Ballpark 18, an Al Red Sox fan. We have Beatles Eternally in the chat. How you doing, buddy? Remember to check out Broke Black Man 94's YouTube station. Moderator extraordinaire. Does wonderful TV and movie reviews and some gameplay also. So due up for the American League, Woody Held, the shortstop from Cleveland, then Joe Gentile, and Frank Malzone. Held at the All-Star breaks batting .256, 16 home runs, 39 RBIs. Right-handed power hitter. And now, they've already switched pitchers. They've gone with Sam Jones. Sam Jones has come in for the National League. He pitches for the Giants. And at the All-Star break, he is also 9-6. 2.37 ERA. He's a right-handed thrower. He'll be facing Woody Held. Smokey Burgess goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch by Jones. And he strikes him out swinging on the 2-2 pitch. Blew the fastball right by him. Throw the ball around the infield, get it back to Jones. 1 out, no one on. Jim Gentile of the Baltimore Orioles steps to the plate. Left-handed power hitter. 15 home runs, 58 RBIs, and he's batting .318. Burgess flashes the sign. Jones nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Gentile. And Gentile walks on the 3-2 count. Fastball a little bit high. So 1 out. Hello, Christopher Anderson. How are you, my friend? 1 out. And Gentile's at first. And now, from the Boston Red Sox, playing third base, Frank Malzone steps to the plate. Malzone, 12 home runs, 67 RBIs, .298 batting average. National League looking to turn 2 and get out of this inning. The windup and the pitch to the right-handed Malzone. Malzone rips that ball into right field. And they're going to hold the runner at second. So first and second, Gentile very slow. Kirkland throws the ball back in. So first and second, Malzone has a hit. And it brings up, again, the computer has chosen to have a designated hitter, which I find kind of humorous. Hector Lopez of the Yankees. Lopez at the All-Star break, batting .346, 6 home runs, 32 RBIs. First and second, 1 away. The windup and the pitch to the right-handed batting Lopez. Jones strikes him out on the off-speed pitch. Fooled him. He got him looking on the 2-2 count. So 2 outs now. And we go back to the top of the order, and Mickey Mantle steps to the plate. Mantle 0 for 1 today. 2 outs, 2 on. The windup and the pitch from Sam Jones to Mickey Mantle. And Mantle rips that ball to right field, past the dive of the first baseman, coming to the plate, and he is out! What a throw by Kirkland, gunning out Gentile to end the inning. Wow! So, we go to the bottom of the second, no score. And now, the American League have gone to a new pitcher in this All-Star game, Bill Stafford of the New York Yankees. Stafford 6-5 with a 2.43 ERA. Right-handed thrower. He'll be facing Orlando Cepeda, Kirkland, and Burgess. Cepeda of the San Francisco Giants at the All-Star break, batting .329. 9 home runs and 17 ribbies. The windup and the pitch to the baby bull. And that ball goes out to center field. And making the diving catch. That was so cool, the little guy dived. Mickey Mantle, wow, robbing Cepeda of extra bases. Yeah, those new graphics they've added defensively are absolutely fabulous. To watch the little guy dive, that's great. So we have in the chat Broke Black Man 94. We have Beatles Eternally. We have Christopher Anderson. Feel free to jump in the chat. They don't bite. Well, Chris might bite a little bit. Beatles Eternally says, Al, how did you create these teams? I know out of the park pretty well, but I've missed how to do All-Star. This is the actual All-Star game for my 1960 retro replay of Ted Williams' Swan Song season. So, if you play out a season, you come to an All-Star, just like in real, you come to the All-Star game, and it's voted upon. It's pretty cool. It's the first time I've ever shown it. So, all right, so 1 out. Mantle with an extraordinary catch in center. And now stepping to the plate, Willie Kirkland, right fielder. San Francisco Giant at the All-Star break, batting .301. 10 home runs, 28 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Very good power. The windup and the pitch by Stafford. And that ball goes to Runnels, who goes to Gentile for out number 2. So with 2 outs, the left-handed batting catcher for the National League All-Stars, Smokey Burgess, comes to play. Burgess played in Springfield, Massachusetts at Pinching Park when he was in the minor leagues. He said it was the toughest place to hit a home run out of, with the high wall and the wind coming off the river. Burgess at the All-Star break for the Pirates is batting .289, 1 home run and 22 RBIs. Lefty-righty matchup here. The windup and the pitch to Burgess. 2 outs, nobody on. And Burgess grounds it to the pitcher, Stafford, who goes to Gentile. Inning over. We go to the top of the 3rd. American League coming to bat. No score. 1960 Retro Replay All-Star Game using Out of the Ballpark 18. Pete Runnels to lead off, second baseman from the Red Sox. Runnels is 1 for 1 today. Lefty-righty matchup, and we have another new pitcher for the National League. Harvey Haydix. Out on the mound, he's a lefty. Haydix at the All-Star break. Finally, someone who's not 9-6. He's 8 wins and 5 losses. ERA of 2.32. He struck out 98 while only walking 20. The windup and the pitch to Runnels. Reynolds grounds that ball to 3rd. Matthews throws over. Out number 1. So that went Matthews to Adcock. So with 1 out, no one on, Teddy Ballgame. Ted Williams steps to the plate. He flew out his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Haddix gets the sign from Burgess. He sets and delivers to Williams. And Williams sends that ball out into right center field. It drops in front of Kirkland. Williams has got a 1 out single, He's 1 for 2 now. Williams not a threat to run. Teddy Ballgame not very speedy at this stage of his career. Roger Maris comes to the plate. Williams at first. Maris 0 for 1 today. Right fielder from the New York Yankees. Here's the windup and the pitch to Maris. And Maris works a walk on the 3-1 count. Williams moves into scoring position. Remember, the National League have already thrown out a runner at the plate, the very slow Gentile. And now we have the very slow Ted Williams at second base. And not much faster Roger Maris at first. Yogi Berra steps to the plate. The Yankee catcher, batting .285, 15 home runs, and 49 RBIs at the break. Berra's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by Haddix. And Berra goes up the middle. It gets by the shortstop. Here comes Williams. Here comes the throw to the plate. And he is out! Willie Mays guns out Ted Williams, so another runner thrown out by the National League outfield. Wow! So 2 outs. Roger Maris at second. Yogi Berra at first. And now Woody Held of the Cleveland Indians comes to the plate. American League shortstop. It'll be up to Held to try to knock someone in. But running on these arms that the National League has proved fatal to the American League runners. Also helped that the 2 runners were as slow as dirt. So a lefty-righty matchup here. The windup and the pitch to Held. 2 on, 2 out. And Held strikes out swinging, inning over. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. No score. Leading off for the National League, Don Hoke, 3rd baseman from Pittsburgh. He'll be followed by Kent Boyer, designated hitter, and then Willie Mays, who just threw out Ted Williams at the plate. And we have another new pitcher for the American League, Milt Pappas from Baltimore. Pappas, 11-3 on the year, 2.62 ERA, struck out 87, walked 39. Hoke for Pittsburgh at the All-Star breaks, batting .312, 8 home runs, and 50 ribbies. Righty-righty matchup. Pappas sets and delivers to Hoke. That ball's grounded to short. Over to first. One down. So that went Woody Held to Jim Gentile. Now the designated hitter. Once again, the computer has chosen to have an extra hitter in this 1960 All-Star game. I did not notice that when I started the game, or I would have switched it. But it's kind of cool. We get to see an extra hitter instead of the pitcher's hit. The fans probably would have liked that in 1960. They would have thought it quite odd because no league had the designated hitter then. So Ken Boyer of the St. Louis Cardinals comes to the plate. He's batting .293, 14 home runs, and 51 ribbies. The windup and the pitch by Pappas. One out, no one on. And that is through to right field. So a one-out single for Boyer. 5 out of 10 for running speed. 6 out of 10 for stealing. He might go. Barrett has a 6 out of 10 catcher's arm. And Willie Mays, the man of the hour so far. He threw out Ted Williams to keep this a scoreless game in the top of the third. Mays 1 for 1 today. Boyer at first. Pappas gets the sign from Barrett. He sets and delivers to Mays. Mays sends that ball past the dive of Malzone into left field. First and second now for the National Leaguers. One out, and Joe Adcock comes to the plate. National League first baseman, 0 for 1. Very good power hitter. The windup and the pitch to Adcock. And he strikes him out. Pappas fools him badly on the off-speed pitch, swinging on the 1-2 count. So 2 outs now. It'll be up to Eddie Matthews of the Milwaukee Braves. Matthews walked his first time up. Lefty-righty matchup here. Matthews has very good power. 10 out of 10. Tremendous power hitter. Boyer at second. Mays at first. Here's the pitch to Matthews. 2 outs. And that ball goes deep to center field. Going back is Mickey Mantle. He makes the catch right at the wall. Inning over. We go to the top of the fourth. Still no score in this 1960 All-Star game. National League has switched pitchers once again. Curt Simmons comes out to the mound. Simmons of Philadelphia. 6 wins, 5 losses, earned run average of 2.54. He struck out 50, walked 25. Hello, Ken Castro. How you doing, buddy? Stepping to the plate, Jim Gentile, Baltimore first baseman. Gentile walked his first time up. So we have a lefty-lefty matchup here. No score, top of the fourth in this All-Star game. Simmons sets and delivers. Gentile strikes out swinging. Fooled badly by that curveball. 1 up, 1 down. Frank Malzone of the Red Sox comes to the plate. Malzone 1 for 1 today. Burgess flashes the sign. Simmons nods his head. He sets and delivers to Malzone. Malzone rips that ball through into left field past the dive of the shortstop. He's 2 for 2. Banks made a great effort, but the ball was just out of his reach. Frank Malzone not a threat to steal here, folks. And now the New York Yankee Hector Lopez comes to the plate, the designated hitter. Lopez 0 for 1. Malzone at first, 1 out. National Leaguers looking to turn 2. The windup and the pitch to Lopez. Lopez grounds that ball to Banks, who flips to second on to first. Double play, inning over. Nice play by Ernie Banks. And who leads off the inning but the man who started off the double play here in the bottom of the fourth? Mr. Baseball, Ernie Banks of the Chicago Cubs. Banks 0 for 1 today. And we have a new pitcher for the American League. Each team has gone with a new pitcher every inning. Jim Bunning. Bunning 6 wins, 6 losses. for the Detroit Tigers at the All-Star break. ERA of 2.24. He struck out 82, walked 29. Here's the pitch to Ernie Banks. Banks goes down swinging. Couldn't catch up with that slider. American Leaguers throw it around. One up, one down, and it brings up the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda of the Giants. Left fielder's 0 for 1 today. Righty-righty matchup. The windup and the pitch by Bunning. And Cepeda grounds that to Malzone, who dives, but will hold on to the ball. It will be an infield hit for Cepeda. Malzone came up, thought better of throwing to first. So 1 out, 1 on for Willie Kirkland. Kirkland threw out Gentile at the plate to keep the goose eggs on the board for the National League. And then Ted Williams got thrown out at the plate an inning later by Willie Mays. So the National Leaguers have thrown 2 American Leaguers out at the plate. Cepeda at first, Kirkland at bat, lefty-righty matchup here. Kirkland, a tremendous power hitter. He's 0 for 1 today. The windup and the pitch by Bunning. Kirkland rips that ball to the gap and making a diving catch. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Unbelievable. Roger Maris retreating back to first. Orlando Cepeda, 2 outs. Wow, these new graphics are outstanding. Animations or whatever you want to call it. They had the sliding on the offensive side of the ball, but now they've added the diving. And that's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, so 2 outs. Cepeda still at first. He'll be up to the National League catcher, Smokey Burgess, from Pittsburgh. He's 0 for 1. The fans are still abuzz by the Roger Maris diving catch in right center field, robbing extra bases of Kirkland and a possible go-ahead run for the National Leaguers. The windup and the pitch to Burgess. The throw down, and Cepeda steals second base. So Cepeda is now in scoring position. Got a great jump there. Bearer's throw was true, but not in time. So Burgess, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. RBI opportunity here for Smokey. And Cepeda has good speed, unlike the American League runners, who were at second base and end up getting thrown out at the plate. Bunning sets and delivers. Burgess rips that ball down the line, past the dive of Adcock. 1-0. Burgess has a 2-out RBI double. National League fans are ecstatic. See you later, Broke Black Man 94, a.k.a. David the Saint. Be safe, my friend. Remember to check out Broke Black Man 94's channel. Does a wonderful job with movie and TV reviews. That's Broke Black Man 94, a.k.a. David the Saint. So the National Leaguers take a 1-0 lead on the 2-out double by Smokey Burgess. Now stepping to the plate, Don Hoke of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Second baseman's 0 for 2. Bunning still on the mound. The windup and the pitch to Hoke. And Hoke grounds it to short, over to first, inning over. But the National Leaguers break out on top first. We go to the top of the 5th, 1-0. New pitcher for the National Leaguers, Johnny Padres of the LA Dodgers. Padres 5 wins, 7 losses, 2.88 earned run average. He struck out 98, only walked 23. Left-handed pitcher will be facing the switch-hitting Mickey Mantle. Mantle's 2 for 2 in this All-Star game. He'd love to go yard and tie it up. Padres gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch to Mantle. goes yard. My God, that's a bomb. This ball game is tied up at 1. Mantle doesn't have to be worried about being thrown out at the plate as he jogs around and touches them all. Wow, he annihilated that pitch from Padres. 438 feet to left field. My God. 1-1 ball game. Now up with the game tied, Pete Runnels, the second baseman from the Boston Red Sox, 1-for-2, lefty-lefty matchup here. Padres is just stunned by that bomb Mantle just hit. The windup and the pitch to Runnels. And Runnels sends that ball out to right field and it drops in front of Kirkland. So Runnels is on. He represents the go-ahead run at first base. And now Lenny Green of the Washington Senators has come in to pinch hit for who was batting. Let's go to the box score really quick. I just want to see who he's pinch hitting for. For Ted Williams, and Ted Williams was 1-for-2. So Ted Williams out of the ball game. Lenny Green comes in. Green, a left-handed batter to face the left-handed Johnny Padres. No outs. Runnels at first. He sets and delivers to Green. And Green rips that ball down to Adcock, who tags first base and throws down to second. But the runner's in there safe on the fielder's choice. So Runnels beats the throw to second. Banks applied the tag late. So Runnels is moved into scoring position for Al Smith. Smith has come in to pinch hit. Let's see. For Roger Maris. Al Smith from the Chicago White Sox at the All-Star break, batting a tremendous .342. 8 home runs and 45 ribbies. Excellent contact hitter. Has a chance to put the American Leaguers ahead. 1 out. Runnels at second. The windup and the pitch by Padres. Lefty-righty matchup. And that ball goes out deep to left field on his horse. Does he make the catch? Yes, he does. The left fielder makes the catch out of sight of the camera. So Cepeda makes a wonderful running catch. Runnels retreats back to second. They've added the new bullpen view, which kind of, you lose the camera angle. I wonder if you can drag this. No, can't. I would have put it right here. Well, either way, it's going to take away from some of the camera angle. So now up another pinch hitter, John Romano. He's a catcher from Cleveland. Romano's batting .271, 9 home runs and 36 RBIs, and I believe he's come in to pinch hit for Yogi Berra. And he has. 1-1 ball game. Go-ahead run at second. Pete Runnels of the Red Sox. 2 outs. Romano now at the plate. Lefty-righty matchup. Good power hitter. 7 out of 10. Burgess goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch to Romano. And Romano goes down swinging. Inning over. This ball game's tied at 1 on the Mickey Mantle orbit shot off Padres. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-1. Due up for the National Leaguers if no pinch hitters come in. Boyer, Mays, and Adcock. And the designated hitter, Ken Boyer, comes in plate. He's 1-for-1. And a new pitcher out on the mound for the American Leaguers, Tom Morgan of the Detroit Tigers. Morgan's 2-2 at the All-Star break. 1.67 ERA, has struck out 15, walked 6. Definitely just a bullpen pitcher. He's only thrown 27 innings. And he'll be facing Ken Boyer, righty-righty matchup. And let's go through the defensive alignment now for the American Leaguers. John Romano in to catch for the American League. He replaced Yogi Berra. In left field, replacing Ted Williams, Lenny Green now. And in right field, replacing Roger Maris, Al Smith. Here's the windup and the pitch by Morgan to Boyer. Tie ball game. One. And that ball goes down into the corner, left field corner. And that's going to be a double, a leadoff double for Ken Boyer. He's the go-ahead run. Lenny Green tracked it down quickly, but Boyer's at second. And the say-hey kid, Willie Mays, comes to the plate. Mays, 2 for 2 today. Chance to put the National Leaguers out ahead here in the bottom of the fifth. Morgan treated quite rudely by Boyer with that double. Romano goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch to Mays. Mays rips that ball, and that's going to be an error. It goes off Held's glove at short. I believe that's going to, and it is. E6. Mays reaches on the error. Boyer advances to third. He's 90 feet away from putting the National Leaguers ahead. And now a pinch hitter, Dick Stewart of the Pittsburgh Pirates. At the All-Star break, Stewart's hitting .257, 16 home runs, and 41 RBIs. Stewart's come in to pinch hit for first baseman John Adcock, who was 0 for 2 for the game. So Boyer at third, Mays at first, no outs. Stewart at the plate. The windup and the pitch by Morgan. That ball's popped up. Who's going to call for it? The catcher. Romano makes the catch. Calls off Malzone. So 1 out. American Leaguers want to pull a double play here. Get out of this jam. Eddie Matthews comes to the plate. Milwaukee Brewer third baseman. 0 for 1 today. He's walked once. Definitely power hitting threat here. 9 out of 10. Morgan sets and delivers to Matthews. The pitch out, they throw down, and I believe they nail Willie Mays at second. So great call by the bench, pitching out. Romano throws a strike to Woody Held, who applies the tag, and Mays is out. So now there's 2 outs. Boyer's still at third. He represents a go-ahead run. And Eddie Matthews is now at the plate with a 1-ball, no strike count due to the pitch out. The windup and the pitch to Matthews. That ball's grounded to first. And taking it to the bag himself, ending the inning, is Gentile. We go to the top of the 6th, tied at 1. New National League pitcher, Clem Labine of the LA Dodgers. Labine, 5 wins, 4 losses, 1.59 ERA. He struck out 28, walked 10. He'll face Woody Held, shortstop from the Cleveland Indians. Held 0 for 2 today. Labine sets and delivers. That ball goes out to left field. Coming in on it is Cepeda, and he makes the catch for the National Leaguers. As the National League fans are very happy with that. And now a pinch hitter for the American Leaguers. Roy Sievers, Chicago White Sox, first baseman. He'll be pinch hitting for Gentile and going in defensively most likely. Dick Stewart, who pinched hit for Adcock, is now at first base for the National League. And I'm looking around, and I believe that's it. Yes. So 1 out, no one on. Sievers at the plate. Burgess goes through the signs. Labine nods his head. He sets and delivers. And that's a walk on the 3-2 count. Sievers doesn't chase. Not a threat to run. 1 out of 10 speed, 2 out of 10 stealing. Another slow runner for the American Leaguers. They'll take an extra base hit to score him, possibly. American Leaguers have been thrown out twice at the plate. Gentile and Williams were thrown out by Kirkland and Mays. And now pinch hitting, the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson, the third baseman from the Baltimore Orioles, pinch hitting for Frank Malzone. Malzone, I believe, was 2 for 2. Let's quickly check the box score. And he was 2 for 2. So Seaver at first, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Robinson. And Robinson grounds it to Ernie Banks. And that's going to be a double play. 6-4 to 3, inning over. We go to the bottom of the sixth, still knotted at 1. New pitcher for the American League, Bob Grimm. Grimm from the Cleveland Indians, 1 win, 3 losses, ERA of 2.48. Has walked 14, struck out 26. He'll face Ernie Banks, Mr. Baseball, the Cubs. Banks 0 for 2. National League shortstop. Righty-righty matchup here. Banks could put the National Leaguers out ahead with 1 swing of the bat. Power 9 out of 10. Romano goes through the signs. Grimm sets and delivers. That ball is lined to the shortstop. He makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Nice catch by Held. 10 out of 10 defensively. And that brings up the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Made a wonderful running catch into the corner. Cepeda's 1 for 2. Another definite power threat. The windup and the pitch by Grimm. Cepeda sends that ball down the right field line on the run. Making a diving catch is Al Smith. Wow, another fabulous web gem in this All-Star game by both sides. So 2 outs, and now the great Roberto Clemente comes to the plate. Clemente, right fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates, at the All-Star breaks, batting .276, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. Right-handed pull hitter. I believe he's come in for Kirkland. Let's just go to the box score. And he has come in for the San Francisco right fielder, Kirkland. So he'll be playing right field. 2 outs, no one on. Here's the pitch to Clemente. That ball is punched out into right center field for a 2-out single. Nice piece of hitting by Roberto. He did what the pitch wanted him to do. Didn't force anything. He just went with it. Clemente 3 out of 10. Not a threat to steal. Though he's 6 out of 10 for stealing. 3 out of 10 for speed. Romano with a 5 arm. You never know. 2 outs. Clemente at first. And coming up, Smokey Burgess, the National League catcher. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Lefty-righty matchup here for Grimm. Romano flashes the sign, the windup, and the pitch to Burgess. Burgess rips that ball down the right field line. Clemente's going first to third. There's the throw to third, and he's gunned out by Al Smith. Wow! What a magnificent throw from the right fielder. Inning over. We go to the top of the 7th, still tied at 1. New pitcher on the mound for the National Leaguers, Larry Jackson of the St. Louis Cardinals. Jackson, 9 wins, 6 losses, 2.69 ERA, 96 strikeouts, only has walked 38. And a pinch hitter for Hector Lopez from the Baltimore Orioles, Ron Hansen, the shortstop. He will now take over the designated hitter role. Hansen at the All-Star breaks, batting .258, 15 home runs, and 57 ribbies. Right-handed power hitter against the right-handed throwing Larry Jackson. 1-1 ball game, top of the 7th. Check the defensive alignment. Roberto Clemente is now in right field for the National Leaguers. The windup and the pitch by Jackson. And he strikes him out swinging on the 3-2 count. Fastball by him. So 1 out, no one on. And now another pinch hitter, Jim Landis, center fielder for the Chicago White Sox. He's coming in for Mickey Mantle. And Mantle, let's go to the box score here. I believe Mantle was 2 for 2. No, I'm wrong. Mantle was 3 for 3. Tied the ball game with that mammoth home run to left. Lopez, who Hansen came in to pitch for, was 0 for 2. All right, 1 out. Landis at the plate. The windup and the pitch by Jackson. And Landis sends that ball out to left center field. Cepeda gets under it, backs up a bit, makes the catch for out number 2. National League fans applaud that effort. And now another pinch hitter, Dick Hauser of the Kansas City Athletics. Hauser comes in for Held, and Woody Held on the day, the Cleveland shortstop. No, he comes in for Runnels, excuse me. Runnels was 2 for 3, the Boston Red Sox second baseman. He had a very good game. So 2 outs, no one on. The windup and the pitch to Hauser. Hauser strikes out, inning over. Fooled badly on that off-speed pitch. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 1. As they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's been a wonderful All-Star game so far. Leading off for the National Leaguers, Don Hoke playing second base. Hoke 0 for 2 as the fans sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Now on the mound from the New York Yankees, Ryan Duren. It's amazing he's actually on the mound because he has a mild shoulder strain and most likely should not be playing, as this should affect him for 2 days. But he's out on the mound, so I'm thinking the National Leaguers will take advantage of this situation. Duren, 4 wins, 2 losses for the Yankees at the All-Star break. 3.09 earned run average. He struck out 36, walked 27. So he does struggle with his control at times. As you can see, his control is only 1 out of 10. I believe this is a good moment here, an excellent moment for the National Leaguers to take advantage of. In center field now, for the American Leaguers, replacing Mickey Mantle, Jim Landis. 7 out of 10 defensively. Excellent arm, 9 out of 10. Second base for the American Leaguers, Dick Hauser of the Kansas City Athletics. Brooks Robinson's at third from the Orioles. And I believe those are all the change. Oh, Roy Sievers is at first base. Chicago White Sox. So here's the windup and the pitch to Hoke to lead off the bottom of the 7th. And that ball is popped up, calling for it is Held. The shortstop, he makes the catch. 1 out. And now a pinch hitter. Vada Pinson comes to the plate. Pinson for the Cincinnati Reds at the All-Star break, batting .313, 12 home runs, 59 ribbies. Pinson's come in to pinch hit for, is it Boyer? Yes, Ken Boyer. Boyer was 2 for 2 on the All-Star game day. 1 out, no one on. Lefty-righty matchup here for Duren. The windup and the pitch to Pinson. And that ball goes to the second baseman, Hauser, who goes to first to Sievers, 2 up, 2 down. And Bill White steps to the plate. St. Louis Cardinal, he is pinch hitting. White for the Cardinals at the All-Star break, .280, 10 home runs, 46 RBIs. White is pinch hitting for Willie Mays. Mays went 2 for 3 and threw out Ted Williams at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Lefty-righty matchup here. Romano flashes the signs. The windup and the pitch by Duren. And he strikes White out to end the inning. We go to the top of the 8th, still tied at 1. What a fabulous ball game, folks. And now the National Leaguers have another new pitcher, Jim Brosnan, of the Cincinnati Reds. Brosnan, 4 wins, 3 losses. ERA of 2.49, 38 strikeouts, only walked 9. Those glasses don't hinder him at all, obviously. We'll be facing Green, Smith, and Romano in this 1-1 ball game, top of the 8th. Lenny Green at the plate now. Washington Senator, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Green. And Green walks in the 3-2 pitch. Go ahead, run at first. Green is a definite threat to steal. 9 out of 10 speed, 8 out of 10 stealing ability against Smokey Burgess' 7 out of 10 arm. At the plate now, Al Smith. Smith 0 for 1, Chicago White Sox player. Righty-righty matchup. Brosnan sets and delivers to Smith. Green's at first. Here's a pitch out to throw down, and they nail Green. So the pitch out by the bench. Burgess throws a strike. Green goes back to sit down. So 1 out, no one on now. Al Smith at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. He's ready to grip and rip. Bronson, the windup and the pitch. And that ball goes into left center field for a 1-out single. So the caught stealing is huge. Brings up the American League catcher, John Romano, from the Cleveland Indians. He's 0 for 1. Romano, good power, 7 out of 10. Smith, 3 out of 10 speed, but stealing ability, 8 out of 10. Don't know if they'll try Burgess once again. The windup and the pitch to Romano. Grounds it to the pitcher. There's going to be a double play ball, inning over, so it goes 1-6 to 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th, still tied at 1. New pitcher for the American Leaguers, Jerry Staley of the Chicago White Sox. And at the All-Star break, Staley, 4 wins, 2 losses, 1.72 earned run average. Mostly a bullpen pitcher, it looks like. Only 47 innings pitched. Has some control issues, even though he has a 9 out of 10 for control. He struck out 18, walked 12. He'll be facing Dick Stewart, National League first baseman. Stewart, the Pittsburgh product, 257, 16 homers, and 41 ribbies. 7 out of 10 for power. 1 swing of the bat, and the old-time league will be ahead. The windup and the pitch by Staley. And Stewart sends that ball out to left field. Moving over is Green. And he gets under it. He makes the catch. Stewart got under it. Stewart got under it. I thought he had it all at first, but just missed. So 1 out. And now Eddie Matthews comes to the plate, the National League third baseman. Matthews 0 for 2. 10 out of 10 power here. Lefty-righty matchup. Romano goes out to have a word with Staley. Probably tell him to pitch very careful to Eddie. The windup and the pitch to Matthews. And Matthews rips that ball up the middle for a 1-out single. Matthews gets his first hit. He's now 1 for 3. 3 out of 10 speed, 7 out of 10 for stealing ability. And now Hal Smith steps to the plate. Comes in as a pinch hitter. Pittsburgh Pirate. On the season batting .351, 4 home runs, and 24 ribbies. 1 out. Matthews is at first. Smith has come in for... Let's go to the box score here. Ernie Banks. So Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, Mr. Baseball, was 0 for 3, striking out once. Righty-righty matchup here. The windup and the pitch to Hal Smith. Smith rips that ball to the shortstop. It will be a double play. Inning over. 6-4 to 3. Good job by Staley. We go to the top of the 9th. Still tied at 1. New pitcher for the National Leaguers, Chris Short. 5 wins, 1 losses. 5 win, 1 loss for the Philadelphia Phillies at the All-Star break. 2.15 earned run average, 24 strikeouts, 12 walks. We could be looking at extra innings here, folks. Batting for the American Leaguers, Ken Aspermonte of the Washington Senators. At the All-Star break, batting .306, 7 home runs, 44 ribbies. Right-handed pull hitter. And he is pinch hitting for Woody Held. So Aspermonte comes in to pitch hit for Woody Held, who was 0 for 3, striking out twice. Dick Groat now at shortstop for the National Leaguers. And Bill White's in center field. Here's the windup and the pitch to Aspermonte. Aspermonte grounds it to third. Matthews goes over to first. 1 up, 1 down. So that went Matthews to Stewart. And now Roy Seaver steps to the plate. American League first baseman from the Chicago White Sox. Definite power threat, 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for contact, 7 out of 10 for eye. Extreme pull hitter. If he gets one, he's yanking it to left. He walked his first time up. Lefty-righty matchup here. This could be difficult for Chris Short here. Burgess goes through the signs. Short nods his head. He sets and delivers to Seaver. And Seaver strikes out on the off-speed pitch. Badly fooled on the 0-2 count. So they're 2 outs now. No one on. And Brooks Robinson of the Orioles steps to the plate. American League third baseman. He's 0 for 1. Took over for Frank Malzone. The windup and the pitch by Short. Grounded to third. Over to first. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 1-1 ball game. The National League fans here are ecstatic. They want to see the old-time league push one across and win this game. Jerry Staley still out on the mound for the American Leaguers. He had a scoreless inning in the bottom of the 8th. And we have a pinch hitter for the National League, George Altman of the Chicago Cubs. Altman for the Cubs batting .232, 32 RBIs and 11 home runs. Above average power and contact, average eye. Altman has come in for Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Righty-lefty matchup here. Let's check the American League defensive alignment. Romano as catcher, Robinson at third, Hauser now at short. Aspermonte goes to second base, so Hauser moved from second to short. Seavers at first, Lenny Green in left, Landis in center, and Al Smith in right. The windup and the pitch to Altman. Altman sends that ball out to Smith in right field. Smith going towards the line. He makes a dive! And another fabulous play by Al Smith. Unbelievable. The defense, a leather flash in this game, especially by Al Smith. Wow. Robbing extra bases from Altman. One out, no one on. Roberto Clemente comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He was thrown out stealing, though. No, he was thrown out going to third. Al Smith threw him out. Sorry. Romano goes through the signs. Here's the pitch by Staley. That ball's grounded to short. Hauser goes to Seaver. 2 up, 2 down. And now Bob Schmidt steps to the plate to pinch hit. He of the San Francisco Giants at the All-Star break, batting .291, 5 home runs, 30 ribbies. Looks like extra innings, folks. Looks like extra innings. If you're thinking walk-off home run, Schmidt 5 out of 10 for power. And after this, I don't even know who's left on these benches here. See if we can scroll down up here. Pinch hitters. Alright, so for the American League left on the bench is Killebrew, Colavito if we go to extra innings, and Batty. Okay, but we have to get there first. So Bob Schmidt at the plate, 2 outs, nobody on. Staley gets the sign, nods his head. The windup and the pitch. And that ball's ripped up the middle for a 2-out single past the dive of Hauser. Winning run at first base. Schmidt came in for it. We should have done that. Sorry. This box score is a nightmare. There's so many changes. Came in, he pinch hit for Smokey Burgess, the catcher. Burgess was 2 for 3 and threw out a couple of runners at second base. So the winning run for the National League at first is Bob Schmidt, and he is slow as dirt. 2 for 10 for speed, 4 out of 10 stealing ability. So he'll take an extra base hit by Don Hoke to attempt to score him. Hoke of the Reds, second baseman here in this All-Star game, though, is 0 for 3. If you're a National League fan, you're thinking he's due. You're thinking he's due. Staley sets the windup and the pitch to Hoke. And he strikes him out! We are going to extra innings tied at 1. Wow, what an all-star game. This 1960 retro replay using out of the ballpark 18. So now Ron Hansen comes to the plate. Hansen's 0 for 1 from the Baltimore Orioles. He's the designated hitter in this game. Once again, if you're just tuning in, the computer chose a designated hitter for the 1960 All-Star Games, and the fans seem to enjoy it. Remember, there's no DH in either league at that time. Chris Short is still out on the mound. He pitched a scoreless 8th. Let's check the defensive alignment. George Altman goes out to left, replacing Cepeda. So let's quickly go to the full defensive alignment for the National League. Short on the mound. Bob Schmidt now does the catching from the Giants. And he's actually not that good of a defensive catcher. He's an average defense with a very poor arm. 3 out of 10. Eddie Matthews is still at third. Dick Groat, very good fielder at short from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Don Hoke, still out there. He's played the whole game for his bat, most obviously, because he's not a good defender. Dick Stewart's at first. Altman in left. Bill White in center. And Roberto Clemente in right. So Ron Hansen's at the plate. The windup and the pitch by Short. Top of the 10th, 1-1. And that ball goes deep to left and at the wall and over the fence. Home run by Hansen. The American Leaguers take the lead 2-1 to the cheers of the American League fans here. That's another bomb. 429 feet. So the American Leaguers have scored on a Mickey Mantle bomb and now a Ron Hansen bomb. And are 3 outs away from victory here once they go to the bottom of the 10th. So Short let the ball go very long. American Leaguers up 2-1 now. Jim Landis steps to the plate. Landis 0 for 1. Righty-lefty matchup here. The windup and the pitch to Landis. Landis sends that ball out in center field. White coming on, and he makes a diving catch. More leather flash here in this All-Star game. Wow. More leather than a Village People's reunion. 1 out, nobody on, and Dick Hauser steps to the plate. Hauser's 0 for 1. Another righty-lefty matchup. Schmidt goes through the signs. The windup and the pitch to Hauser. Hauser grounds it to Matthews, who throws over to first for out number 2. So that went Matthews to Stewart. National League fans like that play. So with 2 outs and no one on, the very dangerous power-hitting Rocky Colavito comes to the plate of the Detroit Tigers. At the All-Star break, Colavito hitting a .288, 15 home runs, and 55 RBIs. He'd like to add that ever-important insurance run for the American Leaguers. Short gets the sign. The windup and the pitch to Colavito. Colavito rips that ball up the middle for a 2-out single. Colavito, 3 out of 10 speed, 5 out of 10 stealing ability. Al Smith comes to the plate. American League right fielders 1 for 2 today, and has just played a stellar defense when he got in there in right field. He is a pull hitter. Insurance run at first in Colavito. The windup and the pitch to Smith. Smith sends that ball to the shortstop. He goes to the second baseman. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 10th. American League breaks out on top on the Hanson bomb to left center. 2-1. Due up for the National Leaguers. Vada Pinson, Bill White, and Dick Stewart. If you see who they have left on the bench for pinch hitters, they still have 4 pinch hitters. Bailey, Alou, Hank Aaron is still on the bench. They haven't used Hank Aaron yet. Wow. And Charlie Neal. I'm thinking Hank Aaron might get a swing at this. Beatles eternally liked my leather comment. I thought it was quite humorous myself. So Vada Pinson, designated hitter, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Left-handed pull hitter. Above average power. And Staley, Jerry Staley's out on the mound. Look, this will be his 3rd inning of work. Can Staley and the American Leaguers get these 3 outs and take the victory home? We shall see. The windup and the pitch to Pinson. Pinson grounds that ball to the second baseman. Goes to first. 1 up, 1 down. That went Aspermonte to Severs. Now the left-handed batting center fielder Bill White comes to the plate from St. Louis. 0 for 1. White has average power if you're thinking about tying it up with 1 swing of the bat. John Romano goes through the signs. Staley nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Bill White. White sends that ball out to center field. Coming in on it in left center and making the catch for the out. There's been so many switches, I don't remember. Oh, Landis. Jim Landis makes the catch. So now 2 outs. It's going to be up to Felipe Alou, pinch hitter. Wow, they do not go to Hank Aaron. You have Hank Aaron on your bench and you don't use him. Wow. That's incredible. So Felipe Alou comes up. Another San Francisco Giant. A plethora of Giants on this team. At the All-Star break, Alou is batting .286, 10 home runs, and 23 ribbies. So out of curiosity, let's see what Aaron's hitting. Now, I don't know if these, I'm going to click on it because I don't know if this is Hank Aaron's. What they show here, and I don't think this is his real numbers because it's only 58 RBIs. Showing 27 home runs, 58 RBIs, 327 batting average. So let's just click on Hank Aaron for a moment and see if that's the retro replay numbers. Let me see here. 1960. Those are the splits. I don't want the splits. Yeah, that's what he's hitting, retro replay. And he's on the bench. I would fire their manager. That's just me. Alrighty, back to the game. American League 1 out away from victory, a 2-1 victory. It's up to Felipe Alou to either tie this ball game or extend it. righty-righty matchup here. The windup and the pitch by Staley. That ball sent out to right field to Al Smith. He comes in on it. He makes the catch. Ball game over. The American Leaguers win 2-1 in this absolutely outstanding ball game. What a pleasure to watch and call. Wow. And the stupidity of the National League manager to keep Hank Aaron on the bench the whole game, even in extra innings. I have to look if I can see who the manager was, if they give that to me in the out-of-the-ballpark world. The winning pitcher would be Jerry Staley. He was tired. Through 29 pitches, he gets the win. He went 3 innings. So let's go to the box score, and I'll bring that up for you shortly. What a ball game. I hope everyone enjoyed it. It was a little cumbersome with all the switches, and without knowing, because all the different players from the different teams, it was a lot of fun to watch, and I have to say, I do like the new animations that have been brought out by Out of the Ballpark 18. They did add the sliding and the swinging of the bat on the offensive side when the game first came out, but with this last update, they've added defensive diving and better animation just overall with the game. Absolutely fabulous game. It's on sale right now on Steam for $20. If you're a baseball fan and you like simulation games, I also play Action PC Baseball. I love it. A little more expensive, but I mean, this is of great value. And I also play Digital Diamond Baseball, thanks to Beatles Eternally. That was very fun. So, alright, let's go to the box score. And now we go to OBS. And let's see if we can bring this window up. Bear with me a moment. I always hope not to shut the game off when I go into OBS. I haven't done that in a long time, so hopefully the streak continues of not shutting the game off. And there's the box score. Excellent. So let's fit to the screen. You shall see the box score shortly. Thank you, Ken. Ken in the chat. Ken Castro says, super nice game, Al. It was. I've been wanting to bring this game to you for a while. But then I went on my Action PC run and my Digital Diamond Baseball. I want to show the All-Star game. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. Because I want to get back to my 1960 retro replay Ted Williams Swan Song season. Okay. Who do we think player of the game is? Let's find out. Mickey Mantle, player of the game. He had the game-tying home run. And the reason why, Mantle was 3 for 3, 1 run scored, 1 RBI. Played solid defense. All right, let's go to the pitching. Good God, look at all the notes. Okay, so I'll hold the pitching up here, and I'm just going to... The winning pitcher was Staley. He went the longest for the American League, 3 innings. 2 hits, no runs, no walks, struck out 1. So Staley got the win. Pitching 1 inning for the American League, we had Pasquale. He didn't give up any runs. Stafford, he didn't give up any runs. Pappas, he didn't give up any runs. Budding gave up the run. Then we had Morgan, 1 inning, no runs. Grimm, 1 inning, no runs. And then Duren. For the National League, excuse me, Lou Burdette, 1 inning, no runs. Sam Jones, 1 inning, no runs. Harvey Haddix, 1 inning, no runs. Kurt Simmons, the same. Johnny Padres, 1 inning. He gave up the bomb to Mickey Mantle. Then Clem Labine, 1 inning, no runs. Jackson, the same. Jim Brosson, the same. And Short. Chris Short, who got the loss, 2 innings. He gave up the home run to Hanson. That was a game-winning hit. Good God, look at this box score here. As I said, Mantle 3 for 3, MVP. Home run, 1 run scored, RBI. Landis 0 for 2. Runnels 2 for 3 from the Red Sox. Hauser came in, he was 0 for 2. Ted Williams for the Red Sox, 1 for 2. Lenny Green 0 for 1 with a walk. Calavito 1 for 1. Pinch hit single. Maris 0 for 1 with a walk. Al Smith 1 for 3. Stellar defense in right. Yogi Berra 1 for 2. Romano 0 for 2. Held 0 for 3. Aspermonte 0 for 1. Gentile 0 for 1. Whew! Seavers 0 for 1. Malzone of the Red Sox 2 for 2. Brooks Robinson replaced him 0 for 2. Lopez 0 for 2. Hanson 1 for 2, the game-winning home run. That was a bomb to left center. Let me take a deep breath and we'll do the National League now. Willie Mays 2 for 3. Played exquisite defense in center. Bill White 0 for 2. Adcock 0 for 2. Stewart 0 for 2. Alou 0 for 1. Matthews 1 for 3. 1 walk. Ernie Banks 0 for 3. Hal Smith 0 for 1. Grote came in for defense, did not get an at-bat. Orlando Cepeda 1 for 3, scored a run. Altman 0 for 1. Kirkland 0 for 2, played stellar defense. Clemente 1 for 2. Burgess, the catcher, knocked in the only run for the National League. 2 for 3, 1 run with the RBI, excuse me. Schmidt came in, was 1 for 1. So the catcher spot had 3 for 4. Hoke, the second baseman, 0 for 4. Boyer, 2 for 2. And Pinson, 0 for 2. There you have it, folks. What an all-star game it was. 1960 retro replay using Out of the Ballpark 18. Mickey Mantle said the annual all-star game is mostly for the fans to enjoy, but the players have a lot of fun too. It's a great time to get that much talent on the ball diamond, he said. You feel fortunate to even be part of it. Mantle wasn't just part of the game. He was named most valuable player and is the his AL All-Stars won 2-1 over the National Leaguers. Mantle went 3 for 3 in the game and earned the nod as the game's best. Woo! This is Al, Red Sox fan, saying thank you very much to everyone who jumped in the chat. Let me quickly recap. The American Leaguers win the All-Star game in extra innings 2-1 on home runs that tied it by Mickey Mantle and a home run to win it by Hanson. Smokey Burgess knocked in the only run for the National Leaguers. And let me quickly say thank you in the chat to Chris Anderson, Beatles Eternally, Ken Castro, Broke Black Man 94. Remember to check out his channel. If you haven't subbed, I would greatly appreciate you checking it out. Wonderful content on movies and TV reviews. And if you want sub, he's a very good guy, David the Saint he is. So, thank you very much. Very fun game. Hope everyone enjoyed. I'll be back with an Action PC one and done weekend tournament with the best teams of the 1970s. Set it up last night. Only could use 16 teams, so some teams had to be left out. But I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to try to complete it this weekend. Don't know if I will. Again, one and done tournament. So thank you very much. If you like, hit the like button. Share. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Appreciate it. Health and happiness till next time. Bye-bye and God bless.